Earth Angel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for joining me in this pick a card reading. We are currently in a very powerful eclipse season. This is a timeless reading, so if you're landing on this at a different time and it's not eclipse season, this is still relevant if the messages resonate with you. And you will also be feeling some of the powerful eclipse energy through this video and through the transmissions in these readings, even if it's not the eclipse season. So if you land on this at a different time, you're just going through a powerful shift in your life, and that's why you landed on this video. But if you are here during this current time, this current moment, we are in a second new moon of this month, that's called a black moon. I didn't know that, I just learned that. I knew that a second full moon in a month is a blue moon, but it makes sense that they would call a second new moon a black moon. But we are in a second new moon, so that's powerful, on top of the fact that we have a partial lunar eclipse in combination with this new moon in the sign of Taurus. And so we are opening up into an eclipse season is what I'm feeling, calling it and hearing. I think I heard some other people call it that too. It feels like a vortex or a tunnel, like we are going through like an initiation in a way. Not a scary initiation, but definitely something hugely, like a huge reset, a huge transformation is happening right now for the collective as we move through these eclipse energies. So we have a partial solar eclipse with this new moon in Taurus, this black moon, and then we have in a couple weeks a full solar eclipse with the full moon in Scorpio. So very, very, very powerful energies of transformation and growth and change. Scorpio energy is associated with the planet Pluto, and just such deep transformation and shadow work and the depths of everything, of who you are. And then Taurus being such a grounded, beautifully pleasurable, is the way I think of it sometimes, pleasurable sign, very earthy and, I don't know, just very opposite energy in my mind of Scorpio. Anyway, not to get too much into that, I'm not an astrology expert. I'm here to read cards. Okay, so just thought I would let you know we're in a very powerful time. We're going through this eclipse season, and so the theme, Spirit guided me to have the theme of the reading today be along the lines of like what is shifting through this period and some advice for you around that. So what is shifting for you? Because a reset is coming. So the question is what is that reset for you? And I have 3 piles here for you to choose from. I did pre-shuffle and draw some oracle cards that'll go along with these tarot decks, depending which one you choose. So, but these I will live shuffle and pull for you. So pile 1 is the Muse Tarot here, and pile 2 is the Shadowscapes Tarot, which is here, and pile 3 is the Star Tarot, which is here. All very beautiful decks. I love working with the energies and the artwork in all 3 of these decks. So please feel free to take your time deciding on a pile as usual, and know that, if there's not a message resonating for you in that pile, you can always pick another one, or you can pick another video from the playlist. There's lots of options. If you're looking for a message from Spirit, don't give up. Occasionally our intuition doesn't tune in right off the bat. So you'll know pretty soon into the reading whether it's for you or not, and just trust yourself. So you can choose in whatever way you wish. I always recommend not choosing from a conscious choice, like, oh, I think that's pretty, like not from that place, but from more of an intuitive place. If that I think it's pretty is coming from an intuitive place, then that's fine. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going on and on about that. Choose however you like. You can pause the video if you need a little more time, and I will see you in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Muse Tarot, we are going to start with the tarot, and I hope you're doing very well today. So much shifting and changing. I did pre-shuffle these cards as usual, but I like to show you guys because some people think that tarot readers pre-pick the cards, you know, especially when we pre-shuffle and pre-draw like the oracle cards that I'm going to do at the end of this reading. And I think most of you who are watching this know that that would be insane. It's much easier to let the cards come out on their own. It would be much harder to try and contrive it. But I do like to shuffle in front of you. And all right, let's check into your energies, pile one. Without further ado, let's ask Spirit, what is shifting for you through this new moon in Taurus eclipse season? Well, actually Scorpio too. Okay. 7 of emotions, 7 of cups in this deck. 7 of emotions. This is such a beautiful deck. I waited a while to get this. And then the 4 of inspiration, 4 of wands. Let's see what else. Whoa, okay. The 3 of voices, which is the 3 of swords. The 10 of voices, which is the 10 of swords. And the Knight of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, but the Knight of Materials in this deck. So beautiful. I love these cards. And then, oh, the High Priestess. Okay, so let's see. Bottom of the deck energy is the 6 of wands, the 6 of inspiration, and underneath that, strength. All right, let's get into this. All right, well, what I see coming is victory and strength after a time of some pretty painful endings and deep difficulty. So this is the shift I'm seeing coming for you. All right, let me look at this just a little bit more. Let's get your oracle cards out first, actually. Spirit's telling me let's look at the whole story. Powerful shift coming for you and for the really building forward in your future. Okay, so the oracle cards we got for you are out of Jamie Price's Light Language deck or Ascension deck. We have Courage. That's what I'm seeing here with the line. Courage. This is a serious initiation, and that's what I'm feeling in these energies in the tarot is this initiation type energy. Courage. And we have, those are going to be afterwards. Meditation brings answers. We have the Ascension flames. Merge with light, ignite keys and codes. And let's see what else we have. From another unicorn deck, we have Seeking Good. Look for good in your current situation. I know you guys can't see all these cards right now, but I don't want to cover up anything just yet Let me see if I can adjust it a little for you. It's hard to get them all in. There we go. That's a little better. At least you can see these better. Okay. And from the Dragon Oracle deck, we have Black Dragon from Saturn, brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. And I'm putting that here because that's what I'm feeling. And then Pure White Dragon from Orion transforms your Ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty, let your wings of light grow and expand. Beautiful dragon, beautiful. The Pure White Dragon. I see this one a lot when I channel. A pure white dragon when I channel. I think there's a lot of those kind of energies, beings out there. But I feel like that goes over here with these Ascension flames and seeking good. Okay. Pile 1. What is shifting for you through this eclipse season? You are moving out of a time of indecision and uncertainty and painful endings, whether that is a painful ending of an old thought pattern, belief system, way of being, you know, when you shift out of an old way of being, and it can be painful sometimes, that kind of growth where you're just basically leaving a piece of yourself behind. Or this could be actually an ending to something significant with, and maybe even something that you consider to be your dream or a dream of yours. Or an end to, so for some of you, you're shifting out of a choice that you had made that you thought was the right choice, but it ended painfully. And for others, you're moving out of a time of indecision. The time of indecision has been painful. You've had so many options and dreams, but you haven't been able to ground them, and this has been, you're coming to the end of this. I'm really actually feeling for the majority of it, it is the end of some sort of hope or dream or way of thinking or image of yourself. You're moving out of that energy. And it's taking a lot of discipline and it's taking a lot of courage. Spirit's reminding you that meditation and your tuning into your intuition will help move you through the painful parts of this energy, because you're building towards a foundation. Currently still, as you move through this shift, you're currently still in a place of some heartache, releasing that, going within, allowing your heart to basically break open and receive what's coming in the form of gifts and inspiration. Because, you know, here's the Three of Swords, Three of Voices. And you can see that these swords, they're not really swords in this. They actually look like, it actually looks like light coming in through this darkness, through this pain. And with the Priestess being underneath this, I feel like what's shifting for you is understanding that you have the power within you to move through these changes that are going on in your life right now. For some of you, these are very big changes. For some of you, I think it has to do with, for many of you actually, you're shifting into creating an entirely new foundation for yourself. And this is taking a lot of courage, but it's part of your ascension path. It's part of what you came here to do, and you're going to be successful. In the future energies of these tarot, we have the Six of Inspiration and Strength. So this is about victory. And look at the star on the top of her head. It's just such a beautiful card. This is, and she's looking out with the moon. So again, there's this idea of inspiration and intuition and strength. And you're going to have great success with this. Not only a feeling of success on the inside, but a success in the real world. Something that you can feel good about in every possible way, and that will prepare you to look forward for the future. Like this is saying, seeking good. Look for the good in your current situation. Because right now, I do sense that you've come out of a place of some sort of very painful ending when it has to do with like foundational growth, right? But they're saying, look, see the light coming through? This person is, you know, crying and bent over, so they're not really noticing that this light is pouring through in an attempt to show them the way, in an attempt to ease the pain and light the way. And the priestess within is part of this light. So whether you're male or female, this card is about that deep intuitive knowing within all of us, connection to spirit. So through spirit will guide you through this heartbreak and into victory and strength. And strength going forward, what is this? You're shifting into a higher level of ascension. You're shifting into using your voice more clearly. And if there's just a very strong pull in this pile towards intuition as well. Very strong pull towards, you know, meditation brings answers here. And then we have the priestess. So both of those cards are calling you to go within. And then we have strength and courage in this card here. Strength and courage are the same energy. And I do feel this Syrian energy, meaning, so for me, the Syrian energies are, if you're, you know, if you're familiar with starseed origins and the Syrian energies, to me they're always very empowering, very like heart-centered, courageous love, exactly the energy I'm feeling from this pile. So many of you might be Syrian origins or feel a connection to Sirius. I think a lot of us have those connections on the planet. But what you trust, Spirit's saying trust what you're moving into, because this is part of your ascension. And I feel like I'm almost getting like a resonance or an echo of some of you who were in one of the readings from a couple, I don't even remember which one it was, but I do feel like some of you, this is the same situation I've kind of read on before, and you're a little further down the path of stepping more into your ascension path and really seeing what this is going to look like in the world. And I'm hearing right now Spirit saying it is going to take you it is going to take a lot of strength and courage, but you have that, and you have the support from the universe to do this. So there's two more oracle cards from my friend's Starlight Frequencies deck. So we have the Eternal Stone, number 13. It says, what you grieve is not lost. Everything has and will be returned to you in another form. Beautiful cards. This is actually her, this isn't her original deck, or her final deck. So I feel very lucky that I got to get this deck and the new one that's coming. This is Starlight Frequencies, a deck by Leah at Dark Moon Crystals. I'll have all of these decks linked below, but the Eternal Stone. So what you are grieving is not lost. I'm really feeling that, okay? I know that's hard especially depending what it is, but you are moving into a place where you're going to ascend past all of this. That's what's shifting for you through this eclipse period. You're moving out of this grief and into a place where you feel strength and victory, and where these codes can start activating within you, these ascension codes that are dropping in through this whole process. The Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands here are also showing me that you are building towards, slowly but surely, You are building towards what you know your intention is. It might not seem that way because you're in this state of heartbreak, but you are getting there. It is requiring strength, it is requiring courage, but you're also being encouraged to seek the good in your situation in every moment. And meditation will help with this as well, because it really helps center you back into a place of oneness, and it helps release tension from our energy fields and system, body and system. So any form of meditation that works well for you, even just walking, especially walking in nature, great form of meditation. So the other card that you guys received is number 2, again, the number of the High Priestess here, inner peace. And it says, angelic guardians surround you. What does it say? Part of the reason she redid this deck is because it's hard to read the bottom ones. You know what? Let me get the book, because she has light language activations in the book too, which are really great, and it's easier to read in here. So the first light language, the eternal stone, that one is what you grieve is not lost. Everything has and will return to you in another form. The cycle is continuous. So it's an Ankh light language for that. That's the transmission for that particular card. And there, as you can see, there's an Ankh on here. So for some of you, this shift might have to do with reclaiming the feminine aspect of yourself, feminine power within you, whether you're male or female. It might be about really owning and claiming that divine feminine power within you, finding the strength in that. And then let's see, number 2, inner peace. Says, angelic guardians surround you. You are being held in harmony and divine grace. Always know that your guardians are here watching over you, guiding you and holding you in their brilliant white light. What you must do now is turn your gaze inward. Like the High Priestess in the meditation, turn your gaze inward. Allow this frantic energy to be transmuted into serenity. When you live in this space, you are able to sit with a clear mind. And here's the light language transmission right here for that one. For those, when I show you these light language transmissions, you can always pause if you want to breathe and take it in, or you can, if you're on your phone, or you can screenshot. Beautiful. I love that she made this deck. I can't wait to see the new one, actually. But this is so beautiful. Inner peace. You are being guided, and look, I'm seeing a rainbow in there, and that's just coming from the sunlight on the silvery, shiny stuff on here. Your angels and guides are with you. Go within. You're going to find relief through prayer. If you haven't been asking for help, it's something that's really easy to forget to do. So if you haven't been asking for help from your guides and angels, please ask them for help. They absolutely are always around you, helping you and assisting you, but we have free will, and so it is so much more powerful when we ask for help. When we pray, I mean, prayer is so powerful. So what is shifting for you? What I'm feeling here, pile 1, is that you've been through something very hard, and I'm sending you so much love. I feel healing energy coming through this reading right now for you. There has been the whole time, but right now there's a very concentrated, focused effort on healing energy coming through. So please allow yourself to receive whatever is for the highest good through this, and take some deep breaths. And know that the beautiful message of this reading is that what is shifting through this eclipse season, so, you know, basically for over the course of the next month, is that you are moving into a greater phase of your of ascension, and you're going to have victory over whatever this is that you're going through. You're going to have the strength to overcome it, is essentially what these last two cards here say. The 6 of Wands and the Strength together. You are going to overcome this heartache, this ending, this heartbreak, whatever you're grieving. Know that this is a part of your transformation. This is a part of your ascension. This courage is strengthening your heart. It's opening you to something deeper, to something bigger. it is aligning you with more of your divine purpose and your aligned path. So trust this process. Know that, you know, with this black dragon from Saturn, I'm also really feeling and hearing Spirit saying, you know, pay attention to your self-discipline is going to help too. And I'm feeling like discipline in a spiritual practice. So if you're not meditating regularly, or, you know, like I said, that can be any form of meditation that is fun and comfortable for you. Don't force yourself to do things that aren't helpful, because you've been through some hard stuff and you need something very healing. So, you know, this, I'm feeling like through this pile too, if you're not already doing a regular spiritual practice like journaling or meditating or walking or yoga or whatever it is, I feel like now Spirit is encouraging you to do that. That will help you move through this grief. That will help you rebuild what needs to be rebuilt and move forward into the future with strength and optimism. Listening to your intuition, being guided by the infinite presence of the divine within you. And she's holding the infinity symbol. I don't know if you guys can see that. She's holding the infinity symbol, you know, very casually. And, you know, holding on to, you know, basically like she's fully confident. And with the Six of Wands, you know, fully assured and fully confident going forward. So through meditation, through remaining positive and seeking the good in every situation, through opening your heart to courage and hope, you know, knowing that you are going to overcome whatever this hard thing is. And for some of you, you guys are in different stages of this, and I'm seeing that. Some of you are really deep in the grieving phase still, and some of you are coming out of it. But know that wherever you are in this grieving phase, that you are growing and transforming through this, and you are going to come out of this stronger and more victorious than you have ever been before. And this is part of your divine path. So that's what I'm hearing for you, Pile 1. I'm hearing that you can trust your guides and angels. They're with you. You can trust Spirit. You can trust yourself. You can trust this path, as painful as it has been, as painful as it can be sometimes, because you are in the middle of a really beautiful transformation, and the future ahead is bright. You hold infinity in your hands, and you have the strength within you. You're connected to your divine feminine intuition, whether you're male or female, and you will be victorious over whatever it is that you are moving through right now. This is what is shifting for you through the next month, through this eclipse season. So thank you so much, Pile 1, for being here. If these messages resonated with you, please like this video, share it with a friend if you feel that they would benefit. Please subscribe to the channel if you would like to and you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. So thank you again, and please feel free to comment if you feel inspired. It really is helpful for the channel and for me to know how these messages are resonating for you, and also for each other, because you all share similar experiences. So again, if you have made it to the end of this reading, I thank you so much for being here. It is my honor to read for you, and I'm wishing you the very best. Love and blessings. I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Those of you who picked the Shadowscapes Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing very well today. I've already pre-shuffled these cards, but I do like to shuffle in front of you guys at least once. This is a smaller deck than some of the other ones, so it's a little easier for me to shuffle it the normal way. So actually, no, I'm not going to split the deck. Okay, so we're asking Pile 2, what is shifting for you through this next month, through the eclipse season? What is shifting for Pile 1, please, Spirit? It's too many, I just feel like. All right, now Spirit's saying it's not too many. Okay. I'm sorry, Ace of Swords. This deck is beautiful, by the way. It's one of my favorites. I have many favorites, but Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. You guys saw me shuffle. Three of Pentacles. Oh, whoops. That's how I'm doing this, sorry. Three of Pentacles. Three of Wands. 3-3. 33 might be a significant number for you. We've got 3-3 here. Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. And Queen of Wands. Actually, was the perfect amount that came out. Bottom of the deck, we have the World and the Knight of Cups. Gosh, this card is so beautiful. The World. Some of these, I wish I could just blow them up and have them on the wall. You know, they're so pretty. And behind that, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay, behind that, we have the Knight of Cups. And I do feel this Wheel of Fortune is fairly significant as well. I'm hearing. Okay. That Knight of Cups is riding a unicorn. That's so cool. I hadn't seen that before. You there. So I am going to pull oracle cards too for more clarification around this. But so far, it looks to me like you're moving out of a time of conflict for sure here. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we've got going on. So the oracle cards that I drew for you out of Jamie Price's Ascension deck, we have Unity. I don't know where I'm going to put these that you can see them, but okay, I think you can see it there. And then, what is this one? We have Success. Lovely. And Choices. There is another way. Ask your unicorn to help you find it. Another unicorn card. Ooh, I've never seen this one. Soul Healing. Align with your essence. See your true colors. And you have two dragon cards. The water dragon helps you flow easily around obstacles. It says Christ, light, and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities. Go with the flow. And then you have the Archangel Gabriel's dragon, brings purification, self-discipline, and speed. Oh, I'm sorry, self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Ooh. Diamond frequencies, I love it. Pile 2 is often a high frequency pile. I mean, they all are actually. But I always seem like it always feels like there's a light worker pile that shows up. And this feels like it today. I haven't gotten to pile 3 yet, but This feels... This is powerful energy, you guys. Wow. There's been a lot of conflict that you have had to work through. You've had to face some really challenging truths within yourself, and with others. You've had to be very honest recently, even though it has potentially brought up conflict. It's a truth that has to do with building a foundation in your life. There's a soul healing going on for you guys through this shift, a deep soul healing that's ultimately leading to your expansion. But you might currently be in a place of indecision and conflict, either within yourself or conflict with others. I'm actually feeling like this Five of Swords here. This is a no-win situation, and you know, the Three of Wands is, I think that, I mean, Three of Wands is not normally like a walking away card, but I kind of feel like through this disagreement or difficulty, it forced you to come into a place of more expansion. A place where you are waiting, but not waiting in a passive sense, but waiting for, you've been waiting for things to shift because you no longer want to be in this energy anymore, within yourself or with others. So you've chosen to come out to the end here of this bridge and wait for a sign from the universe. And maybe something in this reading today will be your sign. But you've been waiting to see what's next. And what's next is coming. You're balancing your life. You're balancing your life, and you're learning how to really be vibrant and in your power and playful in these life choices. Okay, so you're moving out of a place of conflict, a place where you came into your truth, a truth about what you're building in your life, a truth about what you're building maybe in relationships or with other people, right? Coming to this truth, which in a way is this Archangel Gabriel's purification energy. To me, that's what I'm feeling here now in this reading, is that part of this truth was this purification process for you. Realizing that what you've been building needs a shift. So that's what's been happening. There's been this conflict that's leading to an acknowledgement of needing more balance and needing more vibrancy in your life. You've been waiting for this opportunity for a while. This is a Pleiades expanding card. And it's about unity consciousness. So I'm just really feeling that whatever this conflict was, whatever this no-win situation was, it really had brought you into a place that you needed to be. It's really bringing you into a place of balance. Like, I love this Two of Pentacles here, the way he looked, so playful and happy. So you might have gone from 3 Pentacles to 2 Pentacles when you came into realization of whatever this conflict was, when you had this experience. And this caused you to come into a period where you're waiting for something to shift as you're balancing your life. But you're doing it so beautifully with this Queen of Wands energy here. This is such a powerful, creative energy. Like, I'm hearing from Spirit, you might have had conflict and you might have had to let something go and you might have had to be patient and wait, but you're doing it with such positivity, you know, with such creativity and such beautiful energy, such beautiful fire energy, where you're not feeling, what I'm feeling from this pile that I really love is this success card. Like, I feel like you've been through something challenging, but you haven't let it, you haven't been, you know, gotten into a sad or depressed place with it. You haven't let it get you down. You've stayed in this powerful place of creativity and expansion and hope, in spite of a hard truth maybe coming out and maybe having to let go of something foundational. But it's like, you're like, okay, I can let it go. I feel this real sense of strength with you guys that, you know, you're like, I can let it go and I have some choices to make here. There's another way. Ask your unicorn to help you find it. So I feel like you guys found or are in the process of finding another way. That's what this truth and conflict brought you to. It brought you to a place where you waited. You were like, all right, I need to see the way. Show me the way. And now that's coming into balance. That's coming into, you're starting to see what choices to make and exactly how to make them. And this is all part of your soul healing. This is all part of your greater growth and expansion. And in the future outcome of this, we have the World and the Knight of Cups. So there's a completion of this cycle, this soul healing that you're in. You're completing this, and it's a huge cycle in your life. It's a huge shift into a place where you are more receptive to love in your life, where basically I feel like you're shifting into a position in your life where you are able to receive more love from the universe, more unity consciousness, more unity within with individuals as well and in your life, and that this is part of your destiny. They did want me to look at this. Oh, and then the Knight of Wands is that the 8? Oh, the 8. Okay. So, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is behind all this as well on some level, meaning good luck, good fortune, and destiny is part of this. And I feel like right now I'm hearing Spirit saying, you know, how much your guides and angels want to give you credit right now. So this is the point in the reading where I'm feeling a lot of frequency coming through, a lot of energy, a lot of healing energy. So please allow yourself to receive whatever is for the highest good from Spirit now, and take some deep breaths and just know that your angels are really acknowledging you right now and really sending you love and healing blessings, because I mean, just because you're you, but right now the catalyst behind this energy coming forward to you guys right now is because you have stayed so positive in this journey that you're going through. It's a pretty big shift to let go of something foundational in your life and trust, and not get, you know, in a negative mindset about it, just to be so optimistic and creative and hopeful. You know, I think you might have had after the conflict a moment where you were feeling a little down, but, you know, Spirit's saying you weren't that. You were, you know, very centered and in your power still, and still in your heart, and waiting and knowing like, okay, I'm out here waiting to see what Spirit is bringing for me, because I faced the truth. I let go of what I needed to let go of. I dealt with the confrontation. I dealt with the conflict. I let go. And now I'm waiting to see what's next. And I'm balancing my life. And I'm making choices that are inspiring and creative and positive. And I'm trusting throughout this whole process that it's all working for me to my own benefit. And I'm hearing that, like, you know, everything is working for me, not or everything's happening in my favor. And I feel like you guys really held on to that energy through this whole process. And the reward of it from this is a deep, very, very deep soul healing. Oops, sorry. Beautiful with the rainbows in that unicorn hair. Like you're really, this is so, I really feel it's interesting, and I'm hearing the same for pile 3. What's happening for all of us through this eclipse season, of course, and I just want to hold this world card up again because it's just so beautiful. But what's happening through this eclipse season is we're all moving into higher timelines and more of our ascension path. So that part is inevitable, but your process through this, what's shifting for you, is this beautiful, successful soul healing and a completion of old cycles and a birth into, this is the last card in the major arcana in the tarot. So, you know, this is a completion of a cycle and the beginning of something new. This is a place of celebration, of really being like, oh my gosh, I've made it. I made it. This is a place to pause, and really be in gratitude and celebration for where you are and hope for what's next. And with this Knight of Cups here, there's a real energy of just deep soul love being offered from the universe to you. Soul healing and soul love. A message from the divine of love coming to you through this completion of this cycle, with destiny on your side, and luck and good fortune and success. The choices that you have been making, Spirit wants to commend you. It's bringing you into, this world card is also the card for me and for so many others. This card is also a card of ascension. So whatever, as you shift through this eclipse season, you will be completing an ascension cycle in a very big way. Basically like an entire, not even a chapter, it's almost like you're completing a book and you're going to write the second book. You're going to write the next book, the sequel. So that's how big this is. And I think part of what's completing in this cycle is that you are really learning how to choose love, choose self-love, and choose the things that are powerful in your life for feeding your creativity, feeding your soul healing and your unity consciousness. You are really on the right path, is what I'm hearing. And before I move into the final advice cards on this, I want to point, Spirit's calling my attention to the water dragon again, because part of the success of all of this is, well, both of these, self-discipline as well. So a little bit of self-discipline and a little bit of flow. I really feel like this water and this flow has been essential for you in this process, and really trusting as you move forward that as much as you, oh, okay, that's what I'm hearing, is that you're very good at the self-discipline part, actually. And that is important, and it will speed up your ascension. So this is part of how you've been so successful so far, pile 2, is that I'm hearing that you're really good at doing the things that you need to do grounded in this world. You know, that's 2 of Pentacles too, you know, in your everyday life, you know how to discipline yourself. And so all I'm hearing as a caution within here, just a light caution, is to make sure that you're staying in the flow, because when you flow with your, and okay, that's with your emotions. They're saying stay fluid in your emotions and fluid in your expectations, because when you can flow, you can just move around with whatever obstacles come your way, and I don't think you're going to have any trouble with that. And so the cards that I pulled for the end of this reading from my friend's deck, Starlight Frequencies. This is actually her prototype deck. It was the first one she made, and now she's made another one that's very different. So I feel lucky that I have this deck, because she made another one and it's very different. So they're almost like 2 different decks. But anyway, all these decks will be listed in the description box below in case you're interested. This deck is Starlight Frequencies by my friend Leah at Dark Moon Crystals. So very powerful deck with light language activations in it. This says number 42, Truth Seeker. And third eye there, very third eye opening and ascension with those stairs, Truth Seeker. And I feel like that's what you guys have been doing successfully. And with the Ace of Swords starting off there. And then we have Soul remembrance, along with soul healing here. Soul remembrance. Wow, that's a really beautiful activating card. Soul remembrance. So soul healing and soul remembrance, that is also part of what is shifting for you through this eclipse season. It's number 42, which is a 6, adds up to a 6. That might be significant for you. And 27, which is a 9, which also might be significant. So coming into co-creation and completion in a way. Let's look at these from the book, because part of why she made the new deck is because it's hard to read with the colors on the bottom there. Plus, like I said, the new deck is just completely different, which cracks me up. Okay, so Truth Seeker. Strengthen your intuitive senses and lift the veil from your mind's eye for a clearer connection to Source. Remove programs placed upon you that are not yours. Unblock and activate your mind's eye. And here's the light language activation for that. You can always pause the video or screenshot it if you want the light language activation, if you want to keep it. And then for number 27, Soul Remembrance, we have clips of your lives once lived seep through your subconscious. Acknowledge these memories and that you chose to enter this dimension of experience for deep healing. Each soul memory contains a very specific bit of information that is necessary for you to learn from. Each lesson learned activates a new step on your soul's ascension process. Wow. I love how that all just comes together, resonates so beautifully. So here is the activation. I know you can see them both, but try and just do. There's the light language activation for soul remembrance. How interesting. So pile 2, you are really moving into expansion on your path. And it looks like destiny is with you. Keep your third eye open. Stay in the flow. Stay in your self-discipline. I think there's no way you're going to miss this. It's just like success is inevitable. So for a more direct answer to what is shifting for you through this eclipse season, I would say you are shifting into a higher state of consciousness and frequency on your ascension path. You are integrating and embodying soul gifts from other lifetimes and other times and spaces where you're really undergoing a process of deep soul healing and regeneration, and that this is part of your destiny, and that through this process you are opening up to more love in your life and even in the lives of those around you. Your entire world is going to be filled with more love and grace and unity. So beautiful, very beautiful messages. Thank you, spirits, angels. Thank you for those of you, pile 2, who are here watching this, allowing me to read for you. Thank you so much. It is such an honor to bring these energies through for you. If these messages resonated for you, please like this video. It helps with my channel. It helps others find the videos as they need them and circulate them. You know how it goes. I really appreciate that energy if you did like it. And if you would like to subscribe, if you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you here, be a part of this community with us. And feel free to comment and share. If you do subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell so you are notified whenever I release a new video. Thank you again, everyone, so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. This is a beautiful reading, and I'm very excited for you, and I'm excited for this level of frequency on the planet. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this journey with me. I'm sending you love and blessings, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Star Tarot. I hope you're doing very well today. It's a beautiful day here in my area of the world. Springtime Okay, we were asking Spirit, and they're telling me to cut the deck. I did pre-shuffle these, by the way, as I always do. I don't like to take too much time reshuffling live, but I do like to show you, you know, so you don't think it was a trick, which I wouldn't ever trick you guys. But anyway, okay, so, and it wouldn't be worth it. It's not as good if I make it up. It's better if it just comes through from Spirit. So we are asking, what is shifting for, that one really wants to come out, pile 3 through this eclipse season? Oh my goodness, the Lovers, right off the bat. What is shifting for pile 3 through this eclipse season, please, Spirit? What is shifting for pile 3? Got King of Wands. The Hermit. 2 major arcana right off the bat. I don't think, maybe pile 1 had a couple, but it didn't come out strong like this right off the bat. So we've got the Hermit. Oops. What is shifting for pile? Oops. I'll take that top card, the Sun. And another major arcana. Oh my goodness. What is shifting for pile 3, please, Spirit, through this eclipse season? What is shifting for pile 3, please, Spirit? Thank you. Oops, we want that one too? Okay. These 2 came out together. We'll keep them together. So the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. I love those rainbows. I love this deck because of all the rainbows. I love the images on this deck, actually. They're quite beautiful. 6 of Swords and 8 of Cups. And 8 of Pentacles. I love how they represent the pentacles with stars in this deck. And then we have, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. With the 8 of Swords. Okay. And the 2 of Cups. So for some of you, there's a relationship here that's coming, that's shifting. It seems like there's always, like, pile 2 is I always have a light worker pile that's like got this, you know, specific light worker vibe to it, and then I always have a pile that has like a lover's vibe to it. So not that if you chose this pile and there's something else going on, I mean, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I definitely feel a little bit of that for some of you, not for all of you. We'll see what comes up. So even if you're not in a romantic situation, or that's not what appears that could be shifting for you, we can read it in a different way as well, as long as it's not overwhelmingly that. Okay, so let's get into your oracle cards here. We have, and that'll give us more information too. We have self-worth. Okay, I see. Lyra awareness. And this is light language. We have a lot of light language today, actually. Written light language. This is Jamie Price's Ascension deck. Self-worth. Lyra. And we have, from the Angel Answers Oracle, we have forgiveness. Unicorn deck, we have intuition. Listen to your inner wisdom. I'm sorry, I know you can't see all of these, but I will pull them out as I talk about them. And let's see here what else we have. Oh, beautiful. The law of grace. Be your divine essence. Dissolve all in grace. I don't think I've ever pulled that card before. It's quite beautiful. And again, there's the two unicorns on there with the horns touching, very Two of Cups kind of image. Then we have, from the Dragon's Oracle, the Black Dragon, which is cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. And then we have the Golden Solar Dragon. Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Oh, we were just talking about light codes with the self-worth. Excuse me. I might need a sip of butter. Okay, let me just look at this a second here, you guys. All right. As you pile 3, it looks like you've been making decision, like a very big decision in your life about what is going to bring you the most happiness. And you're either, for many of you, Spirit wants to talk to you about a relationship that you're in or that you're deciding about, that you're making a decision about, either. And you want to make a decision about what is going to bring you your greatest happiness. So again, this can be in any kind of relationship, not just a romantic relationship. It's about making decisions in relationships that bring you into a place of balance and happiness. And there's been like you've been going through basically an initiation, a deep transformational shift through this, almost like in a shamanic experience of tapping into a deeper place within yourself to find what it is that you need to move forward. And you're willing to do the work, and you have the passion within you, but you haven't seen a way forward, is what I'm getting. I feel like right now you're in the process of, so whatever this is, you were in a place either recently or now where you have to make a decision for your happiness, for what is for your greatest happiness. And you have the passion and independence to do this. And you're right, I feel like you're in the process of walking away from what no longer serves you emotionally. Do you see how in this one, in the 8 of Cups, how she's reaching up for that star and that rainbow, and the cups are behind her? So I feel like you've making making an emotional decision to walk away from something that hasn't been giving you happiness, that has been kind of tumultuous and difficult. We see the sun here with the swords, and I love the whale. Such a sign of, for me at least, deep compassion and the depth of emotion and strength too. It's a very powerful species, a very powerful whale. So I feel like you are moving away from emotional situations that were disempowering for you, that weren't, didn't feel like they're part of your future ascension path, your greatest happiness, your greatest truth. And you are very empowered, and you're a very bright light. I'm getting that with the sun and with the King of Wands here. You, whether you're male or female, and the Knight of Wands, there's a lot of fire in this reading with the Lovers, the sun. and the King and Knight of Wands here. There's a lot of fire energy. So you have a lot of passion to go forward. So you're being encouraged to take the time to look within. You know, this intuition card came out, and this cocoon card with the dragons. And most of all, which is actually on the front of this deck, is the Hermit. So this is really about going within and see the light and the wise owl with him. He's just like, I love the Hermit. It's always like a Merlin figure to me, this going within, going into the quiet, silent void within you to do the deep work, to, you know, and this card's, you know, like I said, about cocooning. So you're going within, you're moving away from whatever wasn't bringing you this happiness, coming into your power, coming into strength. And I do want to note that in this card, there are also 2 lions. So this, for many of you, this is about a soulmate relationship or a twin flame relationship, if that label resonates with you, or some sort of love relationship. This is absolutely about that for some of you. And for others, this is about relationships in general, or the relationship with yourself. And so in terms of relationship with yourself, I really feel like you are coming into balance. And this is true whether this is about a love relationship for you or not. I believe this Spirit is saying through this reading, you're coming into a place of greater self-worth, a place where you're more balanced within your own masculine and feminine energy, especially with this golden solar dragon coming out and saying, you know, helps you stand in your masculine power and wisdom. And we have the King of Wands. And I have a feeling, you know, whether you're watching, whether male or female, you're being asked to bring your masculine energy into balance. And you're going within to figure this out. You're going into your intuition. You're trusting that you know that this happiness is here for you. And you're going within and you're doing the hard work, okay? The 8 of Pentacles, this cycle, I love in this card how it has the whole cycle of the moons going around. The moon phases. Interesting as we're in this moon phase. But, you know, I feel like in a way there's this whole cycle that you are having to move through in this deep introspective place. And through that, you're going to come out of, let's see here, you're going to, the 8 of Swords, I want to call this, look at this real quick here. So this card is all about, if I can grab it, moving forward with passion, okay? Moving forward, sometimes without thinking deeply or clearly about things. But then we have the 8 of Swords here, clarifying it almost. Not, together, it's like there's this energy to me is almost like putting your foot on the gas and the brakes at the same time. So this is the kind of overall energy that you've been in, is not really seeing a way out, having a lot of passion, really wanting to move forward, create this happiness, create this beautiful light and sunshine, you know, this future of coming together in soul union, whether it's in a platonic relationship or romantic or with yourself. You know, this is really what you, and Temperance is behind it. This is definitely a twin flame situation or soulmate situation for some of you. So knowing that you have a lot of passion for this, in this decision that you want to make. There's a lot of passion here driving this decision. And with the 8 of Swords is telling me you have been tied up with it. You haven't been seeing a way to make this decision. You've walked away, you're looking within, but you haven't seen how you can make it happen. And the thing I love about the traditional Eight of Swords is someone wrapped up in a way that basically, and blindfolded in a way that they could get out of it if they wanted to. And the message behind that is that a lot of times we trap ourselves with thoughts and limitations that just aren't true. And that we could release ourselves from if we would just let go of a certain concept or dive deeper into our intuition or get more creative. And the Knight of Wands is very creative, and so is the King of Wands. So I feel like Spirit is encouraging you. Like, I know that there's a sense that you feel very passionate, but you don't see a way forward. You don't see a way out. And in this card, in this deck, with the Eagle Spirit, with the Eagle being here, it's like your guides and angels are guides and angels are with you. And they're telling you, no, you are limiting yourself. There absolutely is a way through this. And this is why you guys have gone inward. This is why you're doing this deep introspection through this eclipse phase, is because you want to build something beautiful in your life, something fruitful, something soul-felt, something connected, something that brings prosperity and joy and happiness to the soul. That's what you are going within to discover, and that you've moved away from the fierce energies that were passionate and exciting, but they didn't really seem to be showing you how it could, how whatever you're experiencing could really be brought into balance in this world. And so through this process, how you move through it is with forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others, forgiveness for whatever it is that forgiveness and gratitude are very powerful energies. And grace, be in your divine essence. As you move into forgiveness, you'll be in your divine essence, and you can allow yourself to dissolve into this energy. This card to me right now is a sign from Spirit saying that grace is coming through for you. This Two of Cups, this divine union, whether within yourself or with another person or people. No, this is clearly, at least, this isn't about a bunch of people. This is about yourself and potentially another. And that other is a loved one, but it could be family or a friend or a romantic partner. But grace is with you. Spirit is asking you to bring patience into this. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know, for what you couldn't control, for what you couldn't have possibly changed the process. That's what I'm hearing. You couldn't have changed anything about where you are right now. So maybe that can help you move out of this Eight of Swords energy of like, just trust this passion that is coming through you. Go within, do the work. So the work that you're doing within is the self-worth work. You can't move into this, I'm hearing from Spirit, is you can't move into this greater state of union. You can't move into this, fully into this energy of the sun and joy and happiness, and without transformation and change, which because I'm seeing that here with the butterfly. So the transformation that's being asked of you is to go within with this hermit energy, to do the inner work that's related to self-worth. And this also is very relevant for a twin flame journey, if that resonates with you, because that is the work that needs to be done in order to come into union. Really, for a lot of people, it's not the only work that needs to be done. I'm sorry, I'm simplifying. But in general, in all relationships, self-worth is key. If you don't feel worthy, you will not attract worthy relationships to you, or even worthy situations to you, because what we resonate as is what we attract to us, and whatever lessons we need. So your big lesson, what you're shifting through this eclipse season, is self-forgiveness and healing, so that you can continue to develop more self-worth and bring yourself into a greater place of union within, balance within the divine masculine and the divine feminine within you, and that will bring you into union in the physical world, if that's part of your path and what you desire. But for those of you where this isn't about, like I said, another relationship, this will bring you into union within yourself, forgiving yourself and really developing this self-worth. And what I'm hearing is there's grace in this for you. Spirit is bringing grace through to help you with this process. The Rose, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, the Sisterhood of the Rose, the energy of beauty, finding beauty in every moment. And I think that is relevant to this Eight of Swords here, okay? It's like, if you're feeling stuck in your mind, if you're feeling that you can't find a way through this or out of this, know that it is beauty. Focusing on forgiveness and beauty will really help bring you into higher frequencies and even appreciate yourself more. Forgiving yourself and also seeing the beauty, you know, even if you just the slightest things, if you can give yourself those moments of acknowledging the beauty in your life and the beauty in yourself, it will really help move you into a higher frequency and move you through this. So you're shifting through this phase, through this eclipse season, you're shifting into a place of deeper union, of greater self-worth, and really I feel like choosing yourself, coming into, when I see this card of like help you stand in your masculine power, let your DNA be reprogrammed, light codes activated, be an inspired leader. So it's hard to step up into a leadership position in your relationships or in your life if you don't have that self-worth. So that's really what's shifting for you through this. And that's exciting. I feel like you're doing it. It's just, remember, I think the key here is to remember to not limit yourself and to really forgive yourself. That energy is so dense and unproductive. There's no point in that. Spirit doesn't see any problem. You don't need to see any problem either, is what I'm hearing. So as the last two cards are from my friend's deck, it's an Ascension deck and it's an activation deck. So it's called Starlight Frequencies, and this is her first prototype deck. She completed the other one recently. I don't have it yet, but it's completely different than this one, which is so funny to me. So now it's like I have two completely different decks from her, which is really exciting because they're both amazing. So anyway, all of these decks are listed in the description box below if you're interested, and this one will be there too. It's called Starlight Frequencies by my friend Leah, and she's at darkmooncrystals.com. She's a crystal priestess, I'll say. She's great with crystals. It's a crystal shop. Anyway, not trying to, I just really love her. I'm not trying to promote, whatever. Anyway, okay, so Divine Blueprint, beautiful, number 29. And part of the reason she made a new deck is because it's very hard to read these, so because of the colors, but I'm going to read out of the deck, and they also have light language transmissions, activations with them. So Divine Blueprint number 29, which is an 11. Again, for those of you who are on the twin flame, oh, that's funny, twin flame journey. But for those of you who are not, still Divine Blueprint, so beautiful. This is what you're moving into. As you develop more self-love, you're aligning with this Divine Blueprint that allows you to come into union. That is the Divine Blueprint, is union. So within the self, the balance between the masculine and the feminine and the connection to the divine. And then the other activation card for you is downloads. And wasn't this card's kind of about downloads too, activating your DNA. So you're receiving a lot of downloads through this eclipse period. Don't doubt it. I'm hearing don't doubt it. And this is a 10, number 28. So endings and beginnings, moving through this portal into your Divine Blueprint through this eclipse period. Eclipse season, we'll call it. Let's see what the light language transmissions are and what these cards say. So the Divine Blueprint, this one, I feel like I want to just keep showing it to you. Number 29. We are unlocking the sacred knowledge embedded in your DNA for your cosmic guardians. You are composed of sacred geometric light grids. These grids are your own unique energetic signature in creation in this life. This energetic signature contains your information of energetic frequencies, light codes, and soul purpose. Beautiful. That's your divine blueprint. And so here's the light language activation for that card. You're welcome to pause the video or screenshot it if you feel an energy from it and want to work with it. So this is about activating your divine blueprint. Really a lot of DNA activation in this pile. I mean, you can't get past it with there's literally 3 cards here talking about activating you. So beautiful. And then 28 right next to it. And I did shuffle that deck. Amazing. You have quite a few. You have a double 8s here too. Oh, triple 8. 888. 8 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and 8 of Swords all in a row. So you might want to Google angel number 888. Might have a message for you, or even 88. But here we have downloads, number 10, or number 28, sorry. Open your senses to receive. Activations are inbound. Let white light flow through you to open your channel further. Let your channel be clear in order for you to receive messages from Source. Beautiful. There's the light language activation for that one. Wow. So, beautiful messages from Spirit, pile 1, or pile 1. Huh? Maybe there's some messages in pile 1 for you too. Beautiful messages for you, pile 3. You are receiving all of the activations and downloads and grace and love from the universe that you need to move into this next phase of union in your life. I feel like the messages here are calling for you to really focus on self-forgiveness and self-worth and allow yourself to receive the divine grace that is being sent to you from your guides and angels, from Source. You are aligning with your divine blueprint. So through the question being what is shifting for you through this eclipse period is you are activating into a higher level of your divine blueprint, a higher level of divine union with yourself and with others, or with another, I should say, with yourself or potentially with someone else, a soulmate or a twin flame. So you are upgrading, you are integrating, you are receiving. Allow yourself, so if you feel a little bit tired or worn down through this eclipse phase, or phases of being very energized, overly energized and then overly tired, just know this is a process of integrating all of these activations that you're receiving, and know that it is all happening to align you with a higher level of your ascension path. You're coming into divine union. Have patience with this process. It's definite, is what I'm hearing. There's grace here. Keep focusing on forgiveness and self-worth and self-love, and following your intuition, and you will be very, very successful. You will come into union. You will, what does that mean? You will come into a place of feeling whole and one and really in your full potential and full power. This is what is shifting for you through this phase. You are letting go of limitations, letting go of feelings of unworthiness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and receiving activations from Source for your ascension path, for your divine union, whether that's within, well, it's both. It's always within first, right? So, wow, really powerful. And I do know a lot of people are shifting into that energy right now. It's a big part of the ascension. And know that you are being guided and that grace is with you. Please receive whatever energies and frequencies have come through for your highest good in this transmission. Really beautiful energies. or in this reading. I feel a transmission coming through. That's what I was saying. And from these activation cards as well. You are being blessed and guided, pile 3. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. If these messages have resonated for you, please like this video and, you know, comment down below if you'd like to share your story or how it resonated with you. I love to hear how these readings resonate, and share it with a friend if you think it would be helpful for a friend. And if you're not already subscribed and you would like to, please, we would love to have you here. I would love for you to join this community, and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever a new video comes out. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. It was an honor to read for you. I'm sending you so much love and many blessings, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.